Today we're diving into making interactive Tesla Cybertruck UI cars design. We will create both light and dark versions of the cars and then turn them into an interactive prototype. It's going to be a hands-on, step-by-step journey into the worlds of Tesla Cybertruck design. First, what we need to do is create a frame 1080 by 1080. If you hold shift while dragging your frame, you're gonna have it square. Okay, so let's put right here 1080. Let's make sure we have link option enable. That means if we change the value in any of the sides on width and height, the other value will automatically update, and the vice versa is always true. If we remove it, then we can adjust them separately. All right, I have our assets right here and our color palette. Let's first add our Cybertruck in here. If you guys want to have this exact asset, you can go to Google and look for Cybertruck images and then use the service and remove background. That could help you, and then you can also add the shadow on the bottom. Then next, what we're gonna do is let's add the text in here. Let's close the dialog. So let's add the color. What we wanted to do is we make it bigger. So we're gonna make it to 120 because we want it to be like so. Then let's align it to the left and let's position it to the left top. All right, let's hold option or alt and let's make sure that the values on the left and right, top and the bottom, they all match. All right, we can also do is click shift R and have our guides right here that we can also drag, so it can help us as well. All right, I'm not gonna do that because I'm just gonna use it as values. All right, so let's see, have 64. Let's have 64 on the left as well. Let's add a bit more line height. It's 98. Let's go 120. 120 is too much. Let's go 110. Next, let's get this charger point right here. Let's hold command and let's drag the edges, so make sure that it's exactly match the size that we want. All right, let's move the truck a bit on the top. Let's add our icon right here. Then what we're gonna do, let's add text, which is gonna be electric, right? Then let's use the regular size. Let's reduce it to 32. Let's put it to 40. That would be better. Let's make sure the icon size is smaller as well. When you resize the icon, make sure you click K on the keyboard, so you enable the scaling option. All right, because otherwise you won't scale it proportionally. Let's add the auto layout right here, and let's add a little bit of padding to this text. Let's add 18 here. Let's put it to 32 on the left. Sorry, we needed more space because what I want to do, I want to add this icon in here. I'm gonna have right here on auto, or we can have it on 40 as well, but not percent, but the actual fixed value, because I don't want it to have extra paddings on the bottom. All right, so let's align the text to the middle. Also add the color in here. So we have a black, which is going to be for our text, but let's add the feel to the actual button. So let's add it the dark color. No, I think we should add it the very light gray color as well. Also, let's add this lighting in here. Let's position it to the top, and let's position it like so. Let's make the card a bit bigger on the left. Alright, let's keep it like so. Then let's make sure this text is the same color. Let's see how it will look if we're gonna add the darker color. I think that would look much better. Then let's add some corner radius to the actual button. So let's add it to 4. See how it looks. Oh, actually we're not gonna add too much, because you see this graphic, all the edges of the Cybertruck, they don't have any roundness at all, so they're all sharp. So let's try to stick to the same styling and keep it sharp as well. But we're gonna add just a small one, because I feel like it's when it's too sharp, it doesn't look very nice. This is just my opinion, but you can do it, works for you best. All right, so let's keep the same padding top and bottom and left and right, so we match the top. All right, this is very important, okay, because all the elements has to be positioned correctly. Let's add the letter spacing to 4%. We have our charging point right here. Then we can make it a bit bigger. So let's get our heart in here. Let's make it smaller. So let's make sure we have our constraints proportion enabled. And let's put it to 80, which is cool. Let's make sure that the paddings are correct as well. 64. Let's add change the color to this light blue one. Amazing. What I think we need is we have to make this color a bit darker, because it feels like it's too light. Let's also adjust the button color as well. So let's select it. Let's get the eyedropper tool and let's inspect it from the actual text. All right, that looks nice. Let's make our charger a bit bigger. Now let's make sure that the size of the actual truck is proportionally to the AVA elements is correct. Let's make it bigger. I think that looks very nice. What I wanna also do, let's have an ellipse right here. Let's make sure it's positioned to the right bottom. Let's send it to back. Alright, then what I wanted to do is let's make sure we add this light color, and then let's bring the ellipse right behind this charger and position it like so. Let's add a bit of opacity to it, and let's make sure that the ellipse is positioned on the left corner, and let's add the Tesla charger in the bottom, and let's adjust it a bit so it looks good. Give me 1 second. All right, we have our accents right here. So we have first is gonna be our name. We're gonna have the main element, which is gonna be a Cybertruck, and here in the bottom we're gonna have some additional elements as well. Amazing. Now what we want to do is, because we're gonna have two versions, what I wanted to do is I want to create the options to switch between light and dark cards. All right, so let's first create a dark card. Gonna use this option. We're gonna add a light stroke, which is gonna be 1 pixel. All right, then let's duplicate it. It's got 16, and this is gonna be, you guessed it, it's gonna be our light version. Amazing. Let's see how it will look with 2. Then let's position it to the center. All right, amazing. Okay, now it's good. Actually, you know what I think? I'm looking at it right now, and I think would be a better option if we gonna add them here on the side, because I think it takes too much attention right there. Let's think how we can do it. Let's move the banner a bit to the left, and let's add the elements right here. What we need to do is either move it to the left, or let's make the actual image of the Cybertruck smaller. I don't think the best option is to make the image smaller, therefore we're gonna have to move it a bit to the left. All right, so this is 80. Let's make it to 64. Let's move it to the left. Let's make sure the elements are aligned. Nice one. All right, I like it. Let's make this element a bit bigger. And let's make this ellipse bigger as well. Let's make sure all the elements align correctly. Let's name it. Card is gonna be light. Now let's add the background color. If you wanna see the background color, would be the codes for the light is gonna be this one right here. Pause the video and copy it, and the other one is gonna be this color. All right, great. So when we've got these 2 elements, let's make sure we get the color of this light option a bit lighter, because it stands out too much. 96. All right, that's good. Now when we've done that, let's duplicate the card. Let's also add the stroke right here, because it feels like it blends in a bit. Now what we're gonna do the same exact thing, but the darker option, which is gonna be dark, right? So then let's make sure we adjust the gradient. For now, let's keep it solid color. It's gonna make it dark. Let's adjust all the elements we have to the lighter to the light color. So what we're gonna do is gonna add same color, same gradient we have right here. Then this element right here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it just a bit lighter, like so. And this element of the ellipse can stay the same. There's 2 options what we can do. First is the active one. So let's select the active option. Then right here would be the second one. All right, that's cool, amazing. Now when we have 2 cards, right here we have our lighter option and we have our darker option. Let's add a bit more darkness to this second version. Okay, amazing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the interactions on when we click on the actual elements, the cards should swap. All right, first what we have to do is let's select both elements and let's create components. All right, let's combine them as variants, and let's rename it. So let's click Command or Control R and rename. Then what we want to do, so it has property right here, light and dark. Already it's been created. Okay, let's say right here, let's say card. Okay, and then right here let's say light, and then this one right here is gonna be dark. Amazing. Next, when we've done that, let's go ahead to prototype tab, and let's select our device, which is gonna be 1440 by 960 for now. All right, then what we wanted to do is select this element right here, which is gonna be our toggle. Let's go from a light to dark option. So what we want to do is just drag the arrow to the second card, and we're gonna say on. It says on top, right? We can say on top, or you can have on click, or it depends, but right now we can have it on top because it's gonna be a desktop. All right, this is gonna be it used to be one click, but I think from the last updates they removed it, and now it's on top. We have our card, and let's change it to dark. Right here, let's enable smart animate, ease in and out, and let's leave it 300. All right, cool. Now let's zoom out a bit. Then what we're gonna do is from this second toggle right here, we're gonna add it back to the light version. We're gonna keep all the same directions that we already did for the previous one. Now we've added the prototype settings. Now what we're gonna do is click Alt and or Option on Mac. Let's have our card right here. Let's also create a frame. It's gonna be our desktop one, and let's remove it. Let's make sure we adjust it to 960, because then we will have a scroll. Let's add the key. Let's enable scaling option, and let's scale it down a bit. Let's position it to the center. Then what we want to do is let's add, just so it looks nice, let's add the background color to the actual preview window. Okay, that looks cool. Then let's add a bit border on the actual screen right here, on the actual component, because I want to see I'm gonna show you guys the actual card borders. All right, then let's go right here and click present. So now we have our cards in here, and if we click, we can see that they change between a light and dark